Check, check, check. Now is when we start having the technical difficulties. Let me see here real quick. Check, 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 check. Can people hear me? That's the first question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and am I coming through this mic? Wouldn't be a live stream unless I got to do the mic check. Hey, thanks everybody for joining tonight. I have been wanting to start doing a live stream for a while now, and it's been just one of those things I've had on my mind, and I've been putting off. But with all the stuff coming up, I thought now is a great time to get started and to really try to see if I can make this something I do regularly. So I'm going to call it First Friday After Work. It's going to be hopefully the first Friday of every month after work, around 6, 7 o'clock. I guess it depends on where you live, but after work for me, yeah, usually on Fridays is about 5:30. But had to come home, get cleaned up, set up all this wonderfulness so that it looks like I'm in front of a fireplace, which actually I am. That's not an illusion. Put up my Mr. Graphic sign up there for Ready Set Drone, as well as, you can't really see it, but I have my 3D printed Ready Set Drone logo that Mel from 400 AGL did. And by the way, first of all, iSpike, I understand that I missed your live thing tonight. Hey, Mel, I was just talking about not my head, but that's your green thing you did for me. And hey, Jim, there's that. First of all, I wanted to say I was hoping to jump on to the thing that iSpike was doing, but it actually took me a while to get everything sorted and get my family out of the house for a little while. They're going shoe shopping, I think. They'll be back in about an hour. And all of that said, thank you for tuning in. So we've got a lot to cover tonight, and I'm going to try and read the comments as we go. So I'm going to look down. I saw somebody just said Xeno, and actually that's a great point, the Hubsan Xeno. I am supposed to be getting one. I got a notice that I was getting one about a week ago, and then nothing after that. And funny enough, I got a package yesterday from DHL, which is usually where the good stuff comes from. And the package was actually the goofiest little toy drone. I might have to go get it. I think it's called the Princess drone, and it has this beautiful white box, but it looks like maybe it's like my first drone, like My Little Pony kind of thing, but it wasn't the Xeno. I'm going to find out where the Xeno is because I really want to check that sucker out. So all of that said, a couple of things I wanted to cover tonight. First of all, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the Moverio glasses. If you haven't seen the video for them yet, these things truly are pretty amazing. I realize they're expensive. They're $6.99. We are giving a pair of these away at SpinUp, and it's not even this pair. It's a brand new pair that Epson is going to provide for us. So you'll get these if you come to SpinUp and you win. We are giving away a ton of stuff with SpinUp actually, but this is one of the prizes. And I didn't get paid by Epson. I did get these for free, but I have to say I really like these because the visual awareness you can have with them is just amazing. That you can actually see the drone as well as the heads-up display. And somebody in the comments made a really cool comment about wearing these as well as the DJI goggles at the same time as kind of the 1-2 punch. I thought that was a really cool idea because then someone who is wanting to be fully immersed could be, and then the remote pilot in command or the person who's actually flying the drone could see it as well. So I have nothing but great things to say about these. If you get a chance to try these out, please do. They're really cool. And if you come to SpinUp, I'll certainly let you try these out. Try mine out, and you can win a pair. Next thing I wanted to just talk about real quick is, and this is very sincere, these, I think they're called Master Air Screws. They're these aftermarket props for the Mavic Pro. I believe they're coming out with some for the Mavic Air. I'm working on a review for these right now. I'm just so in love with them that I feel like I have to do a great review, and so I've been delaying. They're as quiet as regular props. They feel extremely durable. But the thing that I really like about them is just the colors. With this bright orange, and it's kind of hard to tell from the camera shot, but with this bright orange, you can see this thing so much better, especially when you're working with these guys. When I had the black props on them, it was much harder to actually see the drone. But with these bright orange on, I'm a big fan of the Master Air Screws. They sent these to me a while back, and I have to say, sometimes when people send me stuff, they're kind of pushy about it. These guys have been so chill. I know actually that they are sponsoring some people out at what is it, Flight Fest, which is going on right now. So if you guys aren't familiar with Flight Fest, it's a thing put on by Flight Test, and it happened in Ohio, and it's happening in Austin. And I really wanted to get out there, but I had too much work to do for my regular job, so I wasn't able to go out. It's going on right now in Austin. Let me look at the dates real quick. Texas. It is going on for the next 2 days, over the weekend through the 4th, in Rockdale, Texas. It's put on by Flight Test, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of the companies that we work with are actually going to be there. So like Master Air Screw had an ad on their site saying they were going to be out there. Hey, Ken, thanks for the super chat. You know, it's really funny. I actually was going to super chat you back your $5 you super chatted me last night during your show, and I got distracted. So I think I owe you a super chat at some point, but thanks to Ken Heron for that. So anyway, just if you get a chance to check these things out, I'll put this review together. I sincerely think they're the coolest things in sliced bread. And if they come out with these for the air and they're foldable and they have the noise, the little winglets at the end that reduce the noise, I would just throw away my regular air props and use these all the time. I'm really surprised DJI hasn't actually come out with better props for the Mavic Air, but I'm pretty sure that Master Air Screw is going to do that. So that said, I think we should. Oh, wait, I have one more thing I want to do before we give anything away. I got this package in the mail today, right here, and it is from Australia. It is from what town in Australia? What says Belmont, Washington? Oh, well, I know it's from Australia because this came from a company called Soar, S-O-A-R. I will put a link down. I haven't put it in yet because this all happened so quick. Hey, Mel, thanks for the super chat. Oh, yeah, it wouldn't let you link to, it wouldn't let you, oh, and Rick Halber, thanks for the super chat, man. Hey, if you are wanting to link and find out more about SpinUp, where all the cool kids are going to be, and even some of the uncool kids like me are going to be there, it is dronespinup.com, www.dronespinup.com. And before I open this package, I have to say I've added 2 more speakers, and I've got a couple more that might be showing up. I'm still kind of talking to them in negotiation with them or whatever. One is Original Dobo, who everybody probably already knows on this chat. Ken's going to be there. Not Ken Heron, but Ken from Original Dobo is going to be there. And I have to say, I'm super excited because he and Billy, I think, are going to do something together, and what they're talking about sounds really cool. So something to look out for. And then also I've added this woman who you probably never heard of named, Fly Natural. Thank you for the super chat. Wish I could be there, but have to work. Man, I tell me about it. That's my life. But man, I'm all over the place. First of all, let me just tell you real quick. This woman named Angie English, A-N-G-I English. She is the HSX Founding Scholar for Innovation at the Center for Homeland Defense and Security at the Naval Postgraduate School. So this woman is a serious military and technology drone nerd. She's, I'm just reading off of her bio here. I'm interested in drone technology, in homeland security, emergency management, as well as the study of social psychology of judgment and decision-making in complex environments. So we're gonna have to put our big brain hats on when Angie gets up to speak, but I'm super excited. She's actually from here in Austin. She was introduced to me by Sally French, who's the drone girl. I was hoping to get her out, but she couldn't make it. But she said Angie was a fantastic speaker and totally qualified. And first of all, I feel like it's great to have a woman on the speaker panel. I'm planning to try and get one more, but so far no luck. But Angie also, I think she brings something to the drone conversation that we won't have from many of the YouTube folks. Nothing against YouTube folks, but talking about social psychology, judgment, and Homeland Security, I think is going to be really, really interesting. So I'm super excited to have Angie and Original Dobo joining us at Spin Up. So if you like either of those folks, and by the way, Fly Natural, like I said, thank you, and I appreciate it. And then Zeb Meat, Zeb, maybe to smell Ed. I'm not sure what that means, Zeb Meat, but thanks for the $1.99. I appreciate it. So getting back to this came from a company that I recently interviewed. They're based in Australia, and they are called Soar. And what Soar is doing is creating the Google Earth with drones. And I will put a link in the description. And I'm going to get that video done this weekend because they've been really patient. It's been a couple of weeks since I interviewed them. They have a platform that is basically a crowdsourced platform you can log into. You can take your drone. So I was out in West Texas a few weeks ago. You can take your drone. You can get footage from West Texas. And then there are longitude and latitude coordinates in their sandbox that allow you to upload your footage and pictures of that area. And basically, they're going to make this entire map using all of this footage, which I think is super cool. Hey, Philip, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And actually, Philip, there was something I wanted to talk to you about, but it escapes me right at the moment. And also Steve Carpenter, thank you very much. And Chris Justice, $1.99. Much appreciated. I could go get almost a half a coffee with that. So thank you, Chris. By the way, Chris is helping me put on Spin Up. Chris is from here in Austin. It was actually his idea to go at the Dell Diamond and use that as a venue, which I think is fantastic. And Chris is also going to be handling the registration for me, and he's helping me reach out to other drone groups around Texas to see if we can get them in. But I'm super excited about the people who are coming from all over the country. All of that said, this company Soar, I interviewed them 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm going to put the video together so you can learn about what they're doing. And they sent me this package, and I'm going to see what's in it because honestly, I don't know what it is. So it arrived today, and I said, hey, I'll just open it on the air. This is Australian dust coming out. And it's not a kangaroo. It's not a didgeridoo. It is, whoa, hey. Now that is pretty sharp. A Soar hoodie with their logo over on the side. Now, tell me if that doesn't look like something like you'd wear on Star Trek or something. I mean, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to say thank you to Darren, the guy from Soar who sent this to me. And I'm really going to say thank you by posting this video, and hopefully you guys can check it out. I've been trying to do thanks Zeb Meat for another one. And Phil, another one from you. Okay, I appreciate it. I've been trying to get their video out for a while, and they've been very patient. So I will get that out. I was also just going to say, if you haven't had a chance on my channel to check out some of the interviews I've done, I've interviewed some really, really interesting people in the drone community. And it's something that I think is fun to watch or listen to. I've also turned those interviews into podcasts. So if you wanted to listen to it rather than watch it, you could check it out as a podcast. So thanks to Darren from Soar for sending me the cool sweatshirt. Now, I think it would be good if I gave away a couple of things here. As a matter of fact, this right here, now this is not going to be for everybody because of the size. This is from Epson, the Moverio FPV. And you see it's this cool shirt, which has the quadcopter in it. And then the quadcopter has the Epson glasses right here with the Moverio glasses. It's a really cool shirt. Unfortunately, I'm a bit too stout for it. It's a large. I'm more of an XL kind of guy. So if there's any of you fit fellas out there that want this shirt, what can I get you to do in order to win the shirt? Let's see. The first person who can tell me who won the DRL championship, DRL, the Drone Racing League, just finished, wins this shirt. And if you're too big for this shirt, if this isn't your size, then you can donate it to somebody else. But Anybody know in the chat who won the DRL? Oh, come on, guys. I know this. Has anybody been watching DRL? Man, it's like my favorite thing to watch. Come on. I see no chat going on, or am I just losing it here? The DRL champion. Well, you didn't even spell champion right, Journeyman, or I might have given it to you, but no, Mr. Graphic. Trees have been known to attract drones. That's very true. Nurk! Philip! Although, my friend, I don't think this is going to fit you. Maybe you're a fit dude. Philip, this is yours to do with what you like. So I will give this to you at Spin Up because I know you're coming. Hey, Everyday Dad. I actually thought this might fit the Everyday Dad because I think it's kind of one of these type things. But Philip Ulrich is the winner of the shirt. If you have not checked out the DRL season this year, it's actually been really cool. They did an entire episode out in a biodome in Arizona. They did an episode at the BMW World in Germany. Really cool stuff. I mean, it makes me feel like just such a beginner when it comes to my piloting skills. And thanks again to the Everyday Dad. Fire and candles seem like a safety concern. You know, it's actually kind of cold here tonight. It doesn't happen that often, but every once in a while it gets a little chilly here in Texas. So we had to light all the candles. And I'll show you something really cool. This candle right here. All right, you're looking at it. Watch this. It's not a real candle. It's an LED. These are one of my favorite things. Flip it on its side, it lights. Flip it on its side, and it goes out. And it actually is uses conductive charging to charge, so kind of like Apple Watch or phones or whatever. So that's what that is. So Everyday Dad, while I appreciate your concern, it is actually much safer than it looks like. And by the way, this thing over here that looks like sunlight, that's actually a Lume Cube I've got set up over. It's sitting on the couch, kind of shining at about half of its normal brightness to give me a little sunlight look here. I've got a ring light, which, you know, if I was doing makeup tutorials would be awesome. And then the rest of the house is actually pretty dark. But as I said, my family has gone off to the shoe shop to buy shoes. So that's what they said they were going to do. Anyway, I was going to ask if anybody out there had any questions for me, and I will start looking on there. Oh, iSpike is on a 10-hour dabbing link. All right, dabbing link. Philip just gave you the Moverio shirt. So dabbing link, if you can fit it's a large. If you can fit a large shirt, I will send this to you. I just need to contact you. Send Kelly at readysetdrone.com. And thank you, Philip. I will give this to Dabbing Link, and I will give you a consolation prize when I see you. So I was going to ask if anybody had any questions for me that I could answer right now while this stuff is going on about, oh, I don't have razzmatazz. I'm sorry. I'm going to try and work my way up to the fanciness that Ken Heron has, but I'm not there yet. I can't even do half the stuff he does. I can't even bring on a guest. I can't even get convince my son to hang out with me and do this live tonight. He's out buying shoes right now. So let's see. Drone Shot says they're watching iSpike and Kelly. I will tune into iSpike as soon as this is over. Raz is jazz. Thank you, Mr. Graphic. 400 AGL says he makes his own Raz. I'm not sure what that means, but all right. And Ken should be my guest. Yeah, absolutely. I should have Ken on and then hassle him and ask him if he's been drinking or whatever, because he always does that to me. What do you think about the Spark? And do you know why DJI Go 4 is crashing? So first of all, I love the Spark. It is the drone I use when I'm trying to teach somebody new and I'm willing to let them use one of my good drones. It's, you know, for the price right now, you can't beat it. I feel like it's the best drone under $500. DJI Go 4 crashing. So Freeman Tech LLC, is that the version on iOS, or is that the version on Android? I haven't had a lot of crashes with it, but I've been running the Android version actually in conjunction with these because that's what it uses. but I also use the iOS version. Anybody been having a lot of crashes in DJI Go 4? If you have, let me know. Any way to dampen out your yaw on the Spark? Are you talking about just slowing it down a little bit, or making it a little bit less snappy? I'm not sure. Am I getting an Enterprise? All right, so Hemisphere Cars, that's a great question. I am, actually, this is the first time I'm saying this to anybody outside of my family. I am trying to get DJI to sponsor, to be an official sponsor of SpinUp. They have agreed, in theory, to do that, and actually, the prize I want to get from them is an Enterprise. So I am not personally getting an Enterprise, but I am actually trying to get one to give away at, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, so don't hold me to it, but they have told me it's a possibility. They are checking with the powers that be to see if I can get an Enterprise from them to give away. So Ken Heron asked about the thoughts on the Inspire 2 and Matrice battery scare. I don't know what that is, so maybe I haven't been paying enough attention. I'm assuming some sort of issue with those things. If you guys want to comment. The Hi-1 M3 good for Phantom 4? I don't know. I know that's a big. I know that is a big phone company in China. I've never used one, so I actually don't know. And then Android on Note 8. Okay, that's what Freeman Tech is saying. You know, I do know that people have said DJI does not update the firmware or update the version of DJI Go 4 on Android enough. So, you know, I'm not an Android hater. I have iOS and it's what I use. I would say the best thing to do on that is probably just make sure you're always updated to the latest version, and maybe do a little test in the backyard before you take it out for a real flight. That's the best I can do right now. What else do we got? Oh, somebody asked about SpinUp Live. So here's the thing. I would love, oh, you know, actually SpinUp Live, and maybe bring a couple of guests. Now, interesting thing about Australian guests. That might be something we could do, is do a Skype kind of thing at SpinUp with somebody overseas. I hadn't thought about that, so I appreciate the suggestion. However, I can tell you that we're not going to live stream SpinUp for a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't think the internet out at the Dell Diamond would support it. And number two, I also don't think that I don't want to cannibalize my audience, meaning that if I live stream it, there's less motivation to come. And we really want people there. We really want to meet you in person. We really want to have that personal interaction. However, we will be recording everything, and over the course of the couple of weeks after SpinUp, we will actually publish everything live. So that's my hope, is that I can actually. Okay, so somebody just told me, Kelly, you have not been paying attention. Fair, that's true. Matrice and Inspire 2 have been falling out of the sky. Okay, I don't know. I will certainly research that. This is what happens when you go live. Ray Lugo asked about RC Girl. You know what? I reached out to her twice, and I never got a reply. I think I actually saw her at the Mavic 2 launch event, but I did not talk to her. It was during the keynote, and then I didn't see her after that. So I will reach out to her again. I think she would be fantastic. I also reached out to, if you guys have ever heard of Drone Parks Worldwide, there's a woman named Marjorie Ferrone, and I've met her a couple times, and she's pretty awesome. She's an FPV pilot, and she's part of a company that's trying to start drone parks worldwide. She'd be a great guest, but she didn't reach out to me either. So Philip told me that dabbing just got an email. Okay, so yeah, Philip, let's connect me and I'll give him the shirt if that's what he wants. Now, I actually, oh, Ken Heron with the Double Dog Dare someone to super chat over 20 bucks. I didn't ask him to say that. 400 AGLs talking about something. Man, it's hard to keep up with this and talk at the same time. Ken, I have a new respect for what you do every week. I have 2 drones sitting over here to my left that I'd like to give away. But I should have thought of some good questions prior to this. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and Philip, I'm going to go ahead and hit show on your link there. I'm going to go ahead and ask one question. And if you can tell me the answer, whoever types it in the fastest will win. Let's see, which one should we do first? Let's do the JJ Pro Epic. Now, this drone is a brushless drone. It's from JJ Pro, and it also has a 1080 camera. It's got some software, which I couldn't really get to work. It's not a bad drone for flying around, and because it has GPS and brushless motors, it's fun. The software was kind of kludgy, I'll be honest. But I have to say, the review I did of this has been doing really well, which I'm kind of surprised because it wasn't the best review. I wasn't super happy with this thing. So I'm going to say, whoever can tell me the first or can name for me 3 of the presenters at SpinUp wins this drone. So start typing. Who are 3 of the presenters from SpinUp? And I will, thanks Freeman Tech. I will tell you that answer in a minute. SpinUp's too expensive in Cincinnati area, too far. Sorry, David Yeager. I wish it could be cheaper. Okay, well, Scheme G, you got 1. All right, wait, Steve Carpenter. I think Steve Carpenter. Oh, wait, Ken Horn, Kelly, and B. Chris, so Skeen G said Ed Ricker, which is right. And Fly Natural, Ken Horn, Kelly, and B. I'm not sure Ken Horn. Oh, he was writing Ken Heron. I think I have to give this to Steve Carpenter. He wrote Ken Heron, Ed Ricker, Droner, Ready, Set, Drone. I'll tell you what, Fly Natural. I will give you the backup prize since you kind of got it right, which is the SEMA X22. I'm actually a big fan of SEMA drones, and this is a cool little indoor flyer. So congratulations to Steve Carpenter and Fly Natural. If you guys want to email me at kelly@readysetdrone.com, I will get your addresses. Steve, I think I already have yours, but I will send these out. And with that, I have to make a big announcement. I'm going to announce the subscriber of the month. Now, hey, Drone Crush, thank you for the $20.01 super chat. Double Dog Dare, thank you. Way to go. I appreciate that. Yeah, Steve Carpenter, you guys, I will get these sent out to you as soon as I get your addresses. And Steve Carpenter, I think I already have yours, so we're good to go. But right now, I want to make an announcement. It is the Ready, Set, Drone subscriber of the month. Now, I've kind of fallen out of rhythm with this, and my plan is that for these, hey, Fly Natural, thanks again. Yeah, man, that's awesome. $4.99. You know, it's almost like you paid for the drone. This thing, but this is a great little drone, and I look forward to getting it to you. So here's the thing. I haven't been super regular about doing subscriber of the month, and I have all these people that I see commenting and saying great things and showing up on the chats and just being a great part of the community. And I really, really appreciate them. And so I'm going to, as I do these first Friday of the month things every month, I think that's going to help me to be more regular with publishing these. So thanks Spot 190103 for $2.99. Australian dollars. That's probably worth like $50 in US dollars. So, or maybe it's Austrian dollars. So this person is someone who's been doing just that. This person has been awesome on the comments. This person has been awesome in the live streams that I've been on. I mean, I see him all over the place, and I feel like he's become such a big part of the drone community that I would like to congratulate Chris Hope for being subscriber of the month for Ready, Set, Drone. Chris, man, I just appreciate your comments. I appreciate your positivity. I appreciate your interaction with everybody out there. You seem like an awesome guy. I'm super excited that I'm going to meet you at SpinUp, and I really appreciate everything you've done. So, hey, everybody, 3 cheers for Chris Hope. He's a swell guy, and I'm super happy that that he's going to be the Ready Set Drone Subscriber of the Month. So, wow, that was a lot of talking. I can see why having a guest is really important, or a co-host is probably just as important. I'll get that act together. Maybe I can convince my son. Maybe I can get somebody here in Austin. Phil, if you want to join me sometime, we could do this. I just wanted to work out the kinks tonight. This is a real fire, by the way, for those of you who might think it's gas, but it's not. But it's not fake. Thanks, guys. This has been just a ton of fun. I really, really appreciate. I mean, you know, I'm going to get a little choked up here or emotional or whatever, but this is such a great group of people that I have had the pleasure of interacting with and gotten to know. I mean, I wouldn't have so many of these people that I've met through YouTube without people like you joining in. So thanks to everybody. If you have any inkling that you could come to Spin Up, please, please, please let me know. If it's a matter of the ticket price, let me know that too, and let me see if I can work with you on that. I want to get as many of the folks from this community at Spin Up as possible. I know it's a big ask, and I do hope to do one further north at some point in the future, but right now it's in Austin. It's a good place to start. So again, thanks to everyone for tuning in. I am super happy about doing this every first Friday after work. Might do it a little sooner next time. And you guys have a great one. I'm not going to steal Ken's line, but I'll just give you a regular adios, amigos.